All right. Listen. Arsenal Football Club. Yeah. Say no more. They, without even 24 hours going by, straight reply. Yeah. Not even 24 hours have gone by, straight reply. These man said, Nonny news. What? It said Nonny news. What? Let me just drop this Gyökeres bomb on the head tops, man. Say nothing. Chelsea tried to pull up the master stroke. Do you know what I'm saying? They were playing chess. Arsenal was playing checkers. And now we've got a massive, absolute bomber. Of course, before we get into it, make sure you do smash that like button. Let's get to about 500 likes once more. Let's get to 500 likes. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel where you're going to get loads of updates, you know what I'm saying, on a multitude of teams and news and transfer stuff and all that good stuff. But listen, let's get into it. Yeah. Arsenal, Gyökeres, it's happening. Arsenal, Gyökeres, it's happening. Can't lie. I reckon it might even get done today. I reckon this gets done. I reckon the here we go is today or tomorrow. We've had an update about 5-10 minutes ago as well. Both teams are looking to get it done. Now, I've done said, I think Gyökeres is the better suit than Sesko. It looked like Sesko was the one who was going to go to Arsenal. I don't know if the rumors are true. Arteta might have wanted Sesko. Berta wanted Gyökeres. I don't know. It's kind of got mixed up. Maybe the Sesko was a smoke screen. Maybe this is Berta at work. You know, since Berta's come in, things have been moving quickly in terms of what they need to do. In terms of Arsenal have moved quite quickly. But again, this could be a game changer. Now, for me, I still believe the left wing is the absolute position that needs to be upgraded on for Arsenal. You saw in my Rodrigo video, if Rodrigo signs for Arsenal, it actually don't matter. In my opinion, it don't matter who they get up front. It does. They can play me up front. I've got one knee right now. It don't matter who they play up front. I'll tell you that for free. But Arsenal Football Club, I can't lie. Welcome to the big business, gang. Yes, this is big business. This is big business because at the end of the day, Arsenal want goals in the centre forward position. And who's the guy who's getting the most goals right now? Victor Gyökeres. That's the guy who's getting the goals. And listen, I understand. People are going to talk about the Portuguese league. It's ranked below the Brazilian league. All this stuff. But at the end of the day, this is the intent that Arsenal fans have been crying out for. This is the intent that Arsenal fans have been screaming for. So for me, this is a signing that you can't hate on, in my humble opinion. Like, if they sign Sesko, I don't think it would be the end of the world if they got Rodrigo. Now that they've got Gyökeres, you kind of have to go get Rodrigo, but that will be for another video. But the news was broke. The tier ones have broke the news. Arsenal are pushing to get this done. Let's have a look at it. Let's get to it. David Ornstein. Arsenal in advanced talks with Sporting Lisbon over a deal to sign Victor Gyökeres. Transfer fee discussions continue, but personal terms in place for a 5-year coordinate. Yeah, 27-year-old Sporting striker only wants Arsenal. That is the main bit. He only wants the Gunners. Arsenal pushing for a swift conclusion. Damn. This big business. Is really big business. This is really big business. This is crazy. And of course, you have Fabrizio Romano here saying Arsenal are now getting closer to signing Victor Gyökeres after a new round of talks in recent hours. Gyökeres will not return to full training at Sporting as he's fully focused on leaving the club. Arsenal are now advancing. It's looking mad, I can't lie. Nothing done yet, but discussions underway. But listen, there's more. There is more. This was posted about 5:30. So as I'm recording this, 15 minutes ago, the agreement between Victor Gyökeres and Arsenal on personal terms, valid until 2030, obviously 5-year contract. Victor has been clear of Sporting as reported, only Arsenal as soon as possible. Club to club talks advancing underway to get it done. I mean, what happened to Victor Gyökeres going Man United? What happened to those talks? Interesting, but yeah, that's very interesting. What happened to those talks? I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. But anyway, back to the player himself. Listen, if Arsenal can add a gunman like Victor Gyökeres, and if he can translate, because he does have doubters, Gyökeres does have his fair share of doubters who do prefer Sesko. They prefer what Mick Arteta wants, reportedly. And he has a few doubters to prove wrong in terms of this, you know, Portuguese league to the Premier League doubters, let's say, because I know with Darwin Núñez coming across, he was performing very well, even at Champions League level as well, scoring goals in big games, big goals in big games in the Champions League for Benfica. And, you know, it hasn't quite worked out, obviously, at my club. And that's where my PTSD comes from when we were linked to Gyökeres for a little bit as well. I look at this situation with Arsenal and go, listen, Arsenal have a very good spine in terms of what they have going from defensive midfield, and it's kind of the attacking pieces of the puzzle that they have missing. And in terms of making the transition as smooth as possible from the Portuguese league to the Premier League, I feel like that it won't be seamless because there's such a gap between both leagues. But if your spine is strong, then you won't have as many problems, and it just depends on, you know, the players around you to try and keep creating. And when Odegaard's going to be pushed further forward, in my opinion, with Zubimendi coming into the team and dictating the play, and you get Odegaard back to his best, and you got Saka providing, you're also going to have him scoring goals as well, chipping in, and you're also going to have a possible left winger coming in who we don't know who it's going to be. Eze should be added to the squad, which I believe is probably going to happen as well. That is an abundance of creation for someone who is already able to score goals at a very, very rapid rate. Like his numbers are staggering. Gyökeres is like his stats are staggering. Genuinely speaking, this man has 39 goals. This man, I'm just right here. I'm just look at this. 39 goals in 33 games, 29 goals in 33 games. So in his last 2 seasons, in the league only, so in the Portuguese league, this brother has scored 68 goals in 66 appearances. Just deep that for a second. Even international level, he's batting it up. He's getting his goals there as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Champions League, 6 goals, 8 games. Don't piss me off, man. Don't piss me off. Like, he's just doing his thing. Like, he just gets goals wherever he's at. And he's been banking goals for a minute now. Obviously, you can see there, Coventry a couple of years ago, Championship. So he's going to have, again, this is where I feel like Gyökeres will still do well because he's played in the Championship. He's played in England. So it's not like he's coming to England. He don't know what's going on. Brother's been here for 2 years, actually. He's been here. He's been here. Look at this, bro. He's been here. He's been here. Look at this. Oh my days. His numbers are insane. Champions League batting out. Yeah, his numbers are insane, man. His numbers are insane. And even if you want to look back at his commentary numbers, here, you guys can see it here. Look at this. Look at the commentary numbers. Still very good. From 2021, he's been bagging goals. It's been 4 years where he's got a good goal scoring record, let's say. In a very physical and demanding season where you're playing 40, 50 games in that. Come on, man. What are we doing here? But listen, you know, let's get to the breakdown, innit? Let's actually get to the tactical breakdown, because this could be crazy, bro. This could be crazy. This could absolutely be crazy. So look at this. There's no left winger there because we don't know who's going to come in. It could be Rodrigo, so we might put him in there, and we might put him in the left wing spot for now. But look at this. Obviously, I've got it in a 4-2-3-1. We know it could look a little bit like this as well, where we swap Rice. Could look a little bit like this instead. And obviously, you have the front man, Saka a bit further forward. You know, it could be a midfield 3 and like a 4-3-3 if Odegaard is a slightly advanced 8. Now, obviously, it'll probably look like this on paper, because we know how Arteta plays. But he does tend to change it every season, Arteta, with the way he likes to set up. And I do feel like he's going to go back to giving Odegaard the freedom. I think he has to give Odegaard the freedom to get their captain back. If they want to get their captain back to their best, which is when Arsenal are at their best, in my opinion, you have to get Odegaard back. And what helps Odegaard? a dictator of play. Jorginho done a similar job to Zubimendi in terms of keeping it ticking, dictating play, punching it through the lines, getting Odegaard on the half turn really early. That was something that got their captain back on track. And also another thing that helps Odegaard, you saw it against Liverpool in the second half when Martinelli went up front and he had a runner in between the lines, in between the defensive lines. He had a runner breaking the lines, man. And if you have a runner that runs beyond the defensive line, it's like Gyökeres, who's going to run the channels, like Gyökeres, this is where Odegaard gets his mojo back. This is where he gets his mojo back, whether you don't want to hear it or not. Arsenal could be back. Not that they ever left anyway, but they could be back. Less injuries, I take it, next season as well. A certified gunman, which they have been starving for a striker for years. I can't even lie, you lot can't take this away from Arsenal, man. You can't take this one away from them. And if they dare do this, if they dare to do this, now you're looking at a super team. Then you're looking at a super team. Then you are looking at a super team, and this will be an emphatic 3-horse race. This means they're better than Man City, comfortably better than Man City, rivaling Liverpool as well. This 11 is a very good 11. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Liverpool we've made our statement signing. This could be Arsenal's statement signing, and obviously Man City have done very well to go and get the players they've got. Still need defensive reinforcements, but I'm pretty sure City will do that. But as we stand, if this happens, boy, oh boy, Arsenal fans should be very, very excited what they're about to see. But if this happens instead, anyway, so yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Noni thing, I won't even go into that because this is Arsenal positivity video. So we're giving Arsenal their props today. So let's go back on Rodrigo. I'm playing, man. I'm playing. Listen. This team here is, and obviously again, and here's the thing: off the ball, Arsenal love the off the ball thing. Gyökeres is a serial runner. The way he runs in terms of he's a serial worker. Sorry, the way he runs and presses, and he's able to move across the front line. This will be their possession off the ball, that flat 4-4-2. And I think they're probably going to leave Gyökeres a little bit higher. And Odegaard presses quite aggressively as well. Saka will probably be maybe here. So you have these sort of positions. But here's the good thing about this formation. In transition, on a fast break, it's going to look like almost a 4-2-2-2. It can, or a 4-2 or 4-2-4. In transition, it's going to look like this. And Rice is probably going to be the one driving forward with the ball, with Zubimendi kind of sitting a little bit deeper. And it will look a little bit like this. Timber will probably stay a bit reserved. Lewis Skelly likes to kind of invert and do his thing because he's naturally a centre mid. And it just kind of works. In whatever way you kind of mold this transition, whether it's off the ball in terms of the flat 4-4-2 I just showed you guys, whether it's in transition, it's a 4-2-4, whether it's in possession, whether it's a 4-3-3, whether it's on paper, starting off, or it's a 4-2-3-1. I just don't think you can really go wrong with this starting 11. Obviously, there'll be changes. Arsenal will have players coming back like Jesus. Havertz will come in and out the team. Norgard is going to be there when the games are coming thick and fast. I understand it, but this 11 is definitely going to be able to work in so many different ways. So very versatile, very well done from Berta. Arsenal fans, you lot genuinely deserve a striker, man. It's been way too long. You've signed more goalkeepers than strikers, including loans. So it's like, why not, bro? Like, this needed to happen. And Gyökeres, for me, is the best suit for Arsenal if they want to do anything serious. So all I can say is, well played. Well played. Arsenal, listen, I reckon this Here We Go gets announced tomorrow, midday latest. Midday, absolutely late, the latest. But listen, if you guys have made it this far, smash the like button, man. Drop a comment on what you think Gyökeres alone adds to this team and what Arsenal can achieve. Let me know how many goals he gets in the comments. So I want to know how many goals he gets in the league. Not all comps. I want to know how many he gets in the league. What does he do in his debut season in England with everyone supplying him as well in the Arsenal team? Listen, guys, we're going to see you in the next one. Let me know what you guys think. And boy, Arsenal fans, Get ready to be doing this a lot. You're going to be seeing a lot of this. I can't lie. I can't lie. Premier League, we got to be on our wits now, man. Arsenal are they're finally about to go and get a striker. Take care, people.